I'm coming to so many realizations right now. What's wrong with my brain? But I feel like if you're watching me, maybe you feel me, like you can understand the crazy that goes on in my brain when makeup happens. Hello, welcome to my channel. Today I wanted to talk about some things that I stupidly spent my money on in the past, and I'm hoping that if I talk about it, put it out there in the universe, that it won't happen again. And maybe some people can relate to this. I've wasted a lot of money on things that I just don't need when it comes to makeup. So yeah, maybe we should just get into it. I have a list of 12 things, but I'm sure that I'll be able to think of some more, so we'll see what the title of this is going to be, like 12 things I stupidly spent my money on, or 12 beauty products I no longer spend my money on. I don't know. As some of you know, I'm on a no buy year, so I'm trying to take this time to reflect on what causes me to spend, and like what mood I'm in, or like what type of products are coming out that makes me say, ooh, I need you. Yesterday I was watching a video from Rach Loves, and it was a Dupes video. She was looking and comparing at Copycat Beauty, and that's a brand I completely have no interest in at all. But I was thinking, like, if this was 4 years ago, would I have wanted to try this stuff because it's a dupe? Because I used to do that. I used to buy dupes for things that I already owned, which doesn't make sense. Like, if I have the Modern Renaissance palette, why do I need the e.l.f. dupe? Unless, like, I completely run out of that palette and I don't want to spend the $55 or whatever it is to replace it, then maybe go out and buy the dupe. But like, why own both, you know? And I used to do that a lot, like just to see if they're the same. But why do I need to spend my money to just see if they're the same? I have the product that companies are trying to dupe, so why do I need... I'm talking in circles now, but like, do you know what I mean? It's so bizarre the way that, like, I was thinking about makeup before. So that was when I saw that, I was like, I used to always, every time a dupe came out, I'd go out and buy it. Which made me think, okay, well, there's certain things now that I no longer buy, but there was a lot of things that I stupidly would spend my money on, and dupes for things I already owned was one of them. I think it's good to know that there's dupes out there. So let's say my favorite lipstick is $30 and there's a $5 dupe. I don't need both the $30 and the $5 dupe. However, when I run out of that $30 lipstick, maybe I go and purchase the $5 dupe instead. Like, that process of thinking makes sense to me, but owning both doesn't. However, it used to. I used to spend so much money on dupes. It was the Naked palettes, when all of those companies were duping the Naked palette. So I had the Naked palette, so you would think I wouldn't need the other ones, but then I bought the CoverGirl palette and the Maybelline palette, and Coastal Scents came out with one. Like, every brand was coming out with a Naked dupe. I think NYC came out with a Naked dupe, and I had all of them. Why? Doesn't make sense. Number 2, buying full collections. So the thing that comes to the top of my mind is the Stila Glitter and Glow eyeshadows. I love the Stila Glitter and Glow eyeshadows, but I needed to collect them all, regardless of what color it was, even if it was purple that I would never wear. It's okay to find a couple shades that you like and just stick with those ones. Like, why did I need to have 50 of them? I'm currently working right now on a swatch video for all of my Lit Cosmetics glitters, and I have probably about 15 stacks like this in every color family that you can think of. I took a break from that because I did film the whole thing. There was a hair in my lens. Don't even get me started. When I fell in love with the lit glitters, I literally bought 100 lit glitters. doesn't even make sense. When Jeffree Star was releasing new highlighters, new lipsticks, new palettes, needed them all, regardless if I was gonna wear it or not. And I think I need to break, I know I need to break the completionist gene that I have in me for makeup. Okay, something that I still find myself wanting, and it's buying palettes specifically of brands that I love. And when I think of my top 3 brands, it would be Natasha Denona, Anastasia Beverly Hills, and Bizart. And those 3 brands, when they come out with a new palette, I feel the need. Like, it's not even a want anymore, it's a I need to have you in my collection. So ABH came out with a palette since my no buy called the Riviera palette, which I'm actually wearing on my eyes right now. I didn't buy it, it was a gift from my friend, but I was having actual anxiety that I wouldn't have Riviera in my collection because of my no buy year. That's silly because I think I have 11, maybe more, ABH palettes. So I'm sure I could find the colors that I want from that Riviera palette in my ABH collection, or the hundreds of other shadows that I have, because I have tons of singles and about 100 palettes. Are those colors in that Riviera palette really missing from my collection? No. But was Riviera missing from my collection? In my brain, it was. Alright, 4th on my list is buying base products. So, you know, foundations, concealers, primers, setting sprays, when I have so many in my collection. Like, you can only use one at a time, and I always stick with the same one until I run out. So there's no need for me to have like 20 backups. It just doesn't make sense. And I already know the things that I like, and I kind of stick with that. Like, I love my Smashbox primerizer, I love my Maybelline Fit Me foundation, but when a new product comes out, I just feel the need to go out and buy it, even though I'm well stocked on base products probably for the next 2 years, that I could do my makeup every single day and not run out of setting powder, primer, concealer, foundation, or setting spray. But the new concealers that have been coming out, I think I've, in the last 5 months, I've probably bought 10 different concealers. Like, come on. Piggybacking on that, my 5th stupid thing is buying foundations when I have my holy grail foundation. My favorite foundation, I've mentioned it on my channel before, is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless. I never pay full price for it. Its full price is $10.99. I always buy it when it's on sale for $5.99. I stock up in my color, just buy everything off the shelf. I know that I use it, and I think like that's an okay thing for me to have backups of. But when new foundations come out, sometimes I am tempted. So the most recent was the Cover FX Power Play foundation. Like, I've never used it. There was a time right before Christmas I decided I wanted to try that Marc Jacobs Remarkable foundation. I bought it in the wrong color, so then I bought it in a second one, so I have 2 bottles of Marc Jacobs Remarkable mixed together. They're my color, but it's way too full coverage for my preference. I think I can get away with using it while on camera, but like right now I'm wearing Fit Me and it's my favorite, and it's so easy for me to put on. I know what to expect. Like, it never looks terrible, and like, why did I need to spend the $64 on that Marc Jacobs foundation? $64 times 2. Like, I could have bought 20 Fit Me foundations for that price. I always go back to Fit Me, so like, stupid for me. Something else that I spent so much money on is lipsticks, and I rarely wear lipstick. Like, I'll wear it when filming, but when going out, like, I'll do, you know, the bronzer, the highlight, the blush, my eyeshadow, the brows, but with like a lip gloss on, maybe like a little bit of a lip liner with some lip gloss on. I have, well, I decluttered quite a bit, but I had like every Kylie lip kit that ever came out. I don't wear liquid lipsticks. Like, I had so many Jeffree Star liquid lipsticks, I don't wear liquid lipsticks. Like, it's the hype around it, I think, and like everybody loves these, so I have to like it. But why do I need like 30 of them to like convince myself that I like it? I don't know. I just know I don't like liquid lipsticks. I can do with some bullet lipsticks, but I'm very, very picky about the color. I've started to be a lot better with buying lipsticks. I've probably bought 10 lipsticks total in the last 12 months. So I feel like it's not a problem anymore, but it really was, especially for someone who didn't wear any. But I don't know why I felt like I needed to own it. And it's not like I wasn't doing YouTube. My friends rarely wear makeup anyway, so it's not like they're looking at my collection and saying, wow, what an amazing collection. They're looking at my collection going, are you okay? Like, do we need to intervene here? Because this isn't normal. I don't know. I live in this beauty community where this seems normal in my brain, but my real life friends and family don't think so, you know? Skincare is another thing that I've spent money on, and if we look a little bit deeper into that, is just making purchases to get free gifts with purchase to get travel size skincare. I don't know how much money I've spent just trying to get mini Sunday Riley good jeans or like their Tidal cream or whatever they've had as point perks or free gift with purchase. My brain has slowed down a little bit and like analyzed the situation a bit, where before it doesn't matter, I don't care if it's affecting the environment or my wallet or my sister's sanity. I want all of the things, and I would have like 20 packages come to me because I'd order one thing at a time so that I could add in those free samples, add in that skincare deluxe sample. Now my rational brain is like, holy shit, Sonia, you've single-handedly caused global warming with the amount of packages you have shipped to you. So I know that like if I'm going to buy something now, I'm gonna buy it all in one. I don't need a million little tiny deluxe size samples. Like, that is silly, especially now that I'm trying to use up my skincare before I buy any more, and it's overwhelming to say the least. Buying stuff to get free skincare samples and making multiple orders in order for me to be able to get more of these free deluxe samples. I know that I can't be the only one who does this or did this, but like, it's a problem. Like, the more that I look into my shopping behaviors, the more that I'm like, how did you not catch on sooner, you know? Highlighters, number 7 or I've lost count. I recently did declutter. I kept 74 highlighters like a sane person. Highlighters typically all look the same on the skin. Like, you want it to have a little glossy effect, right? A little shine, if you will. I'm not saying all highlighters are created equal. I know they're not. I mean, I've owned hundreds of them in my life. But I think you could have 10 and have all the colors, textures, and finishes that you'd need. For someone like me, I mean, there are people that like a bright green highlight. I watch X-Sparkage. She changed her name to Leesha on YouTube recently, but I know she wears, you know, the duochrome purple highlighters, blue highlighters, green highlighters. I'm not like that. I wear pink, gold, or champagne, and those are the 3 colors that I'll wear. As I've said before, this is kind of like therapy for me, talking this out. How silly is it that I have 74 highlighters? 74 single highlighters, not including the 20 highlighter palettes that I own, but that's another story. Along the same lines as the foundation that I have, my Holy Grail foundation, I should only have the one, the Maybelline Fit Me. That should be the only foundation in my collection. I would be happy with that. I would be happy not to spend $50, $60, $70 on other foundations, but we're regressing a little bit here. The next one is liquid highlighters. I've spent so much money on liquid highlighters. I owned every Cover FX custom enhancer drop. They are 52 Canadian dollars. Excuse me, Sonia. You have your holy grail liquid highlighter, and it is called Temp 2 by BoxyCharm, or BoxyCharm by Temp 2 liquid highlighter. I don't need any other. That is the one that I like. That's the one that's perfect to mix into my foundation if I want my skin to be completely dewy. It sits perfectly on top of my foundation without looking crazy. It's the perfect glossy, dewy, pinky champagne-y liquid highlighter, and I love it. It is the only liquid highlighter I have in my collection now. After my declutter, I got rid of everything, but I still bought liquid highlighters. Which ones did I buy that I ended up decluttering? Please keep in mind that I have decluttered a lot without filming it before I started my channel. So what you've seen in my declutters is paring down what I thought was like my perfect collection. This is after I had done rounds and rounds of declutter that I got rid of more things. But I've had every Cover FX one, every Revolution liquid highlighter, Rainforest of the Sea Dew Drops, I think they're called, from Tarte, Urban Decay Naked highlighter, came in like a, looked like a concealer tube, Josie Marin, I hated that one. Oh, the Farsali Jelly Bean. Like, that's a lot of liquid highlighter to buy, to waste my money on when I have my perfect highlight. Okay, something that I want to talk about, another stupid thing. Subscription services. There's maybe two things out of all of the subscription boxes that I've received that I've liked and kept. I was subscribed to BoxyCharm for years. I still have a bit of FOMO after canceling, like, ooh, something really great gonna come in here. But if something so great came into BoxyCharm, I probably could buy it full price without all the crap and the months of crap and the months of paying for a subscription service. Subscription boxes, that could be a whole other rant for a whole other video, but I find that when a brand goes into a subscription service, and this is probably just a me thing, but the value of that product goes way down for me. Like, way down. I will now no longer purchase Pretty Vulgar from Sephora because I know that those products go into BoxyCharm, and I could probably get them in my makeup group for less than 10 bucks when they're on the website for like 40. Get that the reason a product goes into the box is so that you can try it, see how good it is, and then you can keep purchasing. But it does there's a weird reaction in my brain that like the value of that product or that brand just goes down for me, and I don't know how else to explain that. I feel like Pretty Vulgar is like the one that really comes to mind for that. I don't know if I know I'm not articulating this correctly to really make sense, but oh, another one, Naked Cosmetics. They came out with, I'll put it up here if I can find a picture of it, but they came out with this 3-pan shadow palette in one of the BoxyCharms like way back in 2017. And it was like a purple, green, and orange shadow. Like, I would never wear that. I got rid of that a long time ago, but I remember being really, really excited for it because maybe it was Leesha from X Sparkage had talked about the Naked pigment stacks, and I was on that Naked Cosmetic website a lot and looking at those stacks and thinking like, I really, really want these. Like, they had pastel ones and vibrant ones, and I was like, I think I need these. And then their palette came out in BoxyCharm, and then something triggered in my brain like, no, it's a BoxyCharm brand, you don't need it. Like, I know people are just gonna be like, you're not making any sense, and come for me in the comments if you'd like, but this is just my opinion. This is just like the chemical reaction in my brain that happens with subscription services. Anyway, long 20-minute rant to say subscription services were a stupid thing for me to spend my money on all of these years, and I'm happy to be rid of them. Things that are on sale. I have been a sucker for the Sephora weekly wows, the Sephora sale section, even Shoppers Drug Mart when things are on sale. If I really wanted it, I would have bought it. It's not like I'm, maybe, well, I will be now, but it's not like I was stingy with my money when it came to makeup. If there was something that I wanted, I bought it, regardless of what the price was. Like, hello, Natasha Denona crazy eyeshadow collection upstairs. I was not stingy when it came to the price of makeup. So if something that I didn't already own went on sale in the sale section, I didn't initially want it enough to buy it. So why do I want to buy it now? And I've bought a lot out of the sale section, and I could probably guarantee that I don't own anything in my collection that was in the sale section, like that I purchased from the sale section. I've probably decluttered everything because I didn't want it to begin with. I'm not saying sale sections are bad, so let me save myself a little bit here. Someone who budgets and has a plan for where their money is going. What can I use as an example? ABH Riviera, we've been talking about it. So the ABH Riviera palette is in a, I'm calling this person a normal person just because I'm convinced that I am not normal. But if you're like me, I'm not saying you're not normal. Well, maybe I am a little bit, but like, I am not trying to offend you. I'm taking jabs at myself right now. So the Riviera palette comes out. A normal person looks at that and says, I really want that palette, but I have 5 palettes in my collection. I'm not going to buy it right now. I'm going to keep it in my loves list and buy it in a couple of months if I still really want it. A couple of months goes by and they still want that palette, but boom, it's in the sale section. So they buy it. That's a great deal. That's a great thing. You bought it on sale and it was something that you wanted for months. But the stuff in the sale section isn't there for you to save your money. It's there for them to get rid of stuff that people just don't want, and they make you think you want it because it's now on sale. Like, I've seen things that were $53 go on sale for like $51. Like, it's not on sale. Like, it's 8% off. But because it's like regular price slashed with a red new total, you think you're getting such a great deal, but you're not, and then you buy it. And something that I didn't actually end up buying, but I almost did, and I don't regret not buying it. Jouer had come out with this like metallic eyeshadow palette over the Christmas holidays. I had like a butterfly or like a dragonfly or something on the front of it, and it was like 12 eyeshadows, all metal shadows, and in Canada I think it was like $68. I was like, no, I am not buying you. Then it went on sale, and like for a steep discount. Like, I think it went down to like $35 or something like that, and I was like, oh, I think I want you. I thought about that one and I was like, no, like, Sonia, you looked at that and went, ugh, I don't want that. Why the heck do you want it now just because it's cheaper than it was when you first saw it? The only reason was because it was $35. Like, I wouldn't have kept that. I would have bought it, spent my $35, and then decluttered it. That was a win. That was like good decision. And the last thing I'm going to talk about is limited edition products. I get the sense of urgency when a new limited edition product is coming out, because how limited is it going to be? Is it actually limited? Or are you going to come back in a year? You're just going to be on sale for like a week and then sell out and never come back? And am I going to feel this sense of dread for not having bought you? So many limited edition things. Okay. Confession time. I did not buy the ABH Mario palette when it was available. I bought it from someone else, extremely marked up. It was a real one, but I think I paid twice the amount for it just because it was limited edition. Like, I didn't want it. I did not want it when I saw it. Like, nope, I don't need you, Mario at ABH. And then it had all this hype after it had sold out, It was never coming back. I felt very sad and I hunted it down. I don't particularly regret that purchase, but it was stupid. But because of that purchase, I now have this fear of, well, it's limited edition. I don't want it now, but will I want it once it's no longer available? So should I get it while it's available? The answer is no. No. Don't buy the limited edition thing. Anyway, so that was a lot. This will be a long video. I feel like I didn't even make sense during this, but anyway, if you have any stupid things you use to spend your money on, leave it down in the comments. I'd be really interested to see what you have to say. Maybe tag one of your favorite YouTubers to do this video. I'd really like to see maybe like Louise Poston do it, or if anyone who's doing a no buy a year, or anyone that's kind of slowed down on their makeup buying, like that's really had a chance to assess their previous spending habits. I'd really like to see that. Or if you'd like to respond in the comments, like I said, I'd really like to see if there was anything that maybe I didn't think of that I probably have been stupid enough to spend my money on in the past and didn't mention it in this list. That's everything. And if you like this video, or if you liked me, or if you like Opie, please subscribe and comment, like, all that jazz, and I will see you in the next one.